It's just right here, folks. There you go. Bye-bye. If you want back on again, just come back here and give us a wave and I'll pick you up again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're welcome. Ta-ta. On the right, the Caledonia, as I say, 5-star luxury, red sandstone, different colour to the buildings we've seen so far, and that's because this is not natural to this part of Scotland. This is from the west coast. So if you go to Glasgow, you'll find just about all their main buildings are that colour stone, because that's their natural stone. And in good old days, of course, you had to push the stone along, so you didn't want to go too far for your stone. This is where Sean Connery was a few weeks ago, and you can imagine I'm sitting at the bus stop, gazing at the windows. Never saw it. Well, I don't know, but I never saw it. I usually look out for them every July because it comes to the film festival in the film house. But this year, you seem getting old now. I forgot to stay behind after the week. I went all the way and I thought I wasn't supposed to do that this time. Do you think you missed me? I'm there every year. You probably did. That mad guide's never turned up again. On the right, we've got the Festival Square, the 5-star Sheraton Hotel. On the left, we've got the Traverse Theatre, the Usher Hall from 1914. Great acoustics in there, fantastic concert hall. Made for Mike Milton Usher. A few bit just added. We've got the Royal Lyceum Theatre. That's our oldest theatre, 1883. And here's Film House on the right. So you can imagine Sean Connery swaggering up his kilt on from the Caledonia to here. Usually, as I say, with me going, He's 80 this year, you know, Sean Connery. 80. Yeah. They were going to have a big party for him at Film House, but he said, no, just keep it low key. It must have been, because I didn't get an invite. It's not fair, is it? Coming round into Bread Street, this is where they made the bread. Outside the old city walls, people like blacksmiths and anybody really, candle makers, people with naked flames for their business, they had to be outside the wall because of the risk of fire spreading. Getting back to Sean Connery, do you know he was our local milkman here? Yep, he delivered the milk. He was a cement mixer and a bricklayer. He did lots of jobs. You must admit he was a good-looking milkman. Yeah. Straight ahead, lovely view of the castle. Now, people ask me how old's the castle, but as I say, it's not a case of how old it is. The oldest building up there, 1120, St Margaret's Chapel, and then the rest added as the years went by. So the barracks up there on the left-hand side are from the middle of the Victorian times, so we're talking 1860s. And up on the right, these buildings are much older. They date from the late 1400s. The one with the flag above, with the 4 big windows in the middle there, that's the Great Hall, and that opened in 1501. That's when it was finished and ready to use as a banqueting hall for King James IV. He built lots of great halls, Stirling Castle as well, and Falkland Palace, that was one of his favourite places. And in 1503, he used this hall for the wedding reception, the big wedding feast, he would have called it, for 5 days when he married Margaret Tudor, the sister of Henry VIII. Great guy. He sent his court poet to London to escort her to Edinburgh to get married. Isn't that nice? And the wedding feast took 5 whole days, and the castle was full of red wine and everything. Fantastic. Now, this tour takes us up onto the castle Esplanade. After 4 o'clock, we won't be going back up to the castle. Because of the tattoo, they have different regulations because health and safety and all the rest of it. No. So the tattoo runs every night, Monday to Friday from 9 till 10:30 through the week. And on Saturday there's 2 performances, 7:30 till 9, then 10:30 till midnight. And there's fireworks at the end of the performances. The seats you can see get put up in about April. It takes a couple of months to put them all up, and then they have to take them all back down again. Some people want them left there permanently, but I think most Edinburgh people agree that really don't. It's an eyesore. It really doesn't fit into the castle, but it's ideal for the purpose at the time. So we're going to go out up there and have a look. 8,600 seats up there, so if you're going tonight, you're amongst 8,600 people. And if it rains, remember, no umbrellas, because you'll spoil the view for the person behind you. On the left, this is the church here. This is an old toll booth church, and the steeple is 241 feet, so it makes it the 3rd tallest in town. Now it's called the Hub. As you can see, a place where you can eat, drink. You can still get married. They've got like a mezzanine floor now for weddings. So we're coming on to the Royal Mile. This is why it's really important to sit because it's cobbled. Well, actually, actually, these are called sets. Sets of the flat stones you see there. Cobbles you'll see in the castle. Cobbles are tiny wee sharp stones to keep it grip.
Mamaya, pag-stop.
Now you'll see people across there. You've got time now, we're going to have to sit for a second. There's a lady there, a statuette sort of thing. She actually stares at you, she's quite scary.
Oh.
And there's a man up there who knights people. And yesterday there was a man covered in bits of glass. I don't know what he was meant to be, but... And we've got the piper. So that's Castle Hill. The building straight ahead that you can see everybody standing in front of is the Assembly Halls for the Church of Scotland. This is where we have the General Assembly in May. And the Lord High Commissioner comes to attend that and report back to the Queen all that goes on every day. And he stays in the Palace of Holyrood House Valleys here and is treated just like the Queen would be. So great pomp and circumstance when he's here. Now you can see this road is very narrow. Now we know the roads are narrow, we know the pavements are narrow, but remember people on the road, please don't go on the road. Where's my bus going to go?
Saka pa na to?